Trace, Martha, this has just happened a moment ago. Across town, Senator McCain has just made a statement, and we'll have it on tape for you in a moment. He is announcing that he is suspending his campaign, and he is calling upon Barack Obama today to also suspend his campaign and return to Washington and work with him to pass the relief package.
When the numbers come out that we are officially in recession, I think for a lot of people, they've been feeling like we've been in a recession for years now. When their wages and incomes don't go up, and the cost of gas and groceries and home heating oil and prescription drugs are all going up, that feels awfully like a recession to them.
Sure. Technically, I don't know, but unemployment is up. Wages are down. Home foreclosures are incredibly high. Those people, they don't care whether technically we're in a recession or not. The fact is, they're hurting.
No golden parachutes.
Wall Street has been on a sugar high for years, and obviously, when you go on a sugar high like that, you're going to come down, and it came down, it crashed. Your metaphor was exactly right about 6-year-olds, except these are very wealthy 6-year-olds. The top people on Wall Street, as you know, have been raking in tens, if not hundreds, of millions of dollars the past few years, when that sugar high was very high.
What's happening now is that the financial system is having to realize the losses that resulted from this huge credit bubble that burst, and the system is freezing up.
Over the past few weeks, many Americans have felt anxiety about their finances and their future. I understand their worry and their frustration. We've seen triple-digit swings in the stock market. Major financial institutions have teetered on the edge of collapse, and some have failed. As uncertainty has grown, many banks have restricted lending. Credit markets have frozen, and families and businesses have found it harder to borrow money. We are in the midst of a serious financial crisis.
Another fear coming out of all this, that loans to buy a home are drying up. KMBC 9's Martin Augustine is live with this story. Martin?
Well, Larry, it's a fear we've been hearing about for several weeks with the worsening of the economic crisis and with the credit markets freezing up, that banks just are not making any more loans that you might need, say, to buy the house that has been on the market a while and you've had your eye on.
Financial crisis, credit bubble, panic, bailout. We were all told that if we don't rescue the banks, our financial system would collapse. The crisis appeared to materialize out of nowhere.
Our financial institutions are strong.
Our economic fundamentals are strong.
Our investment banks are strong.
The fundamentals of our economy are strong.
Our banks are strong.
The evidence so far is not yet. The economy at this stage, despite this fiscal problem, despite the financial problem, is still holding up.
The crisis was sudden and abrupt. But this is often the case when wealth is measured and viewed through the distorted boundaries of life on the edge of a bubble. Life on the edge of a bubble can be precarious and seductive. As it upwardly expands, rising asset prices create the illusion of inflated wealth.
And the bulls charged ahead, giving the Dow its biggest one-day gain in 8 months.
Retail sales from May were much stronger than expected.
A rebound in stock markets in Asia and Europe spilled over into the U.S. and gave investors the confidence to scoop up some bargains.
During the last 10 years, Wall Street financial innovation became the primary engine of the U.S. and global economy. The financial sector dominated all other aspects of the economy. By creating endless credit with the assurance of safety achieved by diversifying risk globally, we experienced a self-sustaining rise in the values of all financial assets. As the prices of real estate, commodities, stocks and bonds inflated, our comfort with ever-growing debt became easier and easier to live with. Limitless consumption was good for the economy. After all, the consumer is what makes all of this hum along. Wall Street found new ways to leverage the ever-growing demand for more credit. It was easy to feel giddy from the cheap, accessible, widespread credit we were all being offered.
The uncertainty of getting a home loan made Paul irritable. Then he went to Washington Mutual. Thanks to their flexible lending rules, Paul got a quick approval.
No down payment? No problem. Why save money when you can get a loan without proving any income to qualify? Own the American dream right now. No need to wait. Everyone's doing it. And why not? We've all heard someone say that owning a home is part of the American dream.
Rebuild the American dream.
I do believe in the American dream.
Owning a home is considered a big part of the American dream.
Owning a home is a part of that dream. It just is. Right here in America, if you own your own home, you're realizing the American dream.
The old-fashioned American dream.
If one of the goals is to increase home ownership, it makes sense to help people pay that down payment. This will use money, taxpayers' money, to help a qualified low-income buyer make a down payment.
So the federal government was more than willing to step in and help all Americans become those future homeowners, regardless of their income and despite their ability to afford it. Home ownership suddenly became the fast track to financial wealth. And once you become a homeowner, it's time to fill up that house with lots of stuff.
It's time to be the coolest house on the block. Start today.
New furniture, new car to go in the garage, the newest consumer electronics shimmer off your old TV screen and onto your new one. That 60-inch plasma TV screen would look great right there. Throw in a surround sound system, a new leather couch, and a state-of-the-art popcorn maker, and you have the perfect home theater.
I just thought you might want to go to that party.
Oh, I do.
Instant credit, little or no money down, and payments that don't start for a year. Now that's the American dream. But just before you start to pay off those brand new bills, you get offered another quick fix. It's all too easy to slip into the habit. Maybe a new granite countertop for the kitchen. Renovate the bathrooms?
With rates going down, I can refinance and pull some equity out of my home.
My investment is appreciating.
I can consolidate those credit card bills by tapping into my home equity line of credit. All I have to do is write myself a check.
For many people, their homes became personal ATM machines. Money for whatever you want. You couldn't listen to the radio or watch TV or pick up the mail without some company pushing the opportunity to take on more and more debt. Overspending and overconsumption became our worst addictions.
All right, 17 million Americans are obsessed with shopping, so much so many can't control their urges to spend.
Didn't take that new kid long to catch on.
Don't take any of them long.